and I will disable annotations. Okay, fine. Okay, content strategy session, advanced lessons on content strategy from my journey in viral content, million-dollar brand building, and more. We are going to also talk about a lot of practical experience because I have worked with some really popular creators, which also means that I have been in the same room with others and like I know what works, what doesn't work. You'll see some interesting things, some client work I'll show you, at which point I'll be closing the recording. So don't leave, because then you will not get to see that one little part, and I think you will really like it. Okay, because backend ka cheeze we can't show on record. Okay, it's not possible. All right, fine. One of the top things that I want to share before I go on in this session is that this is the wins I saw this week. My group, in the student support group, it's crazy. This is the most amount of 1 lakh wins I have seen like in a single week. Usually, of course, wins har din do teen dekhne ko mil hi jata hai, 5 to 6 at best, but the 1 lakh wins are like not like that much every day, right? So it's pretty crazy. I guess the batch started last month and it's starting to pick up. I'm sharing this not to pressurize those who are not there yet. I'm just sharing this as an inspiration. Okay, nobody feel bad. I think there's a lot of money talk going online, and that is fine. But of course, there's also a contrarian belief that talking about money makes other people feel insecure. I don't want anybody who's in my circle to feel insecure about someone else having money, because no matter how much money you have, somebody has more than you. Okay, so it's not an insecurity that ever goes away. It's like you think if somebody is saying they've made 2 lakhs or 20 lakhs or something, if you feel insecure by that, like that is very low standards of insecurity. Okay, like I at this point I'm hanging out with people who have like like crores mein to wo baatein hi karte hain. So it's like if you want to be insecure at that stage. ठीक है, ये insecurity का level ही नहीं है. ठीक है, so please don't take it as a pressure, but rather as a goal. Some amazing people, also these people have just hit their first lakh, so they're amazing to talk to, network with. आप group में थोड़ा search करेंगे, आपको मिल जाएंगे सभी. This is from the screenshot, so some names are not here. So do network with them, because usually people who have just hit their first lakh are pretty good at telling you what worked for them really and what didn't. And you will feel closer in the journey than somebody who has already made their first lakh 1 year ago, 2 years ago, for me many years ago now. So do network with these people. They'll be great friends to you. Okay, these are like fellow batchmates. So yeah, with that in mind, let's move on with today's session, where we'll get started with strategy basics. Okay, this is something I can assure you. This is something I can assure you that you will not find easily online, because this is a concept I've built by reading a lot of books. I think I did find it in a book, but I don't remember which one exactly. But it changed my entire view of what marketing strategy and what content strategy should be. Okay, a lot of people actually make the mistake of like you've decided that you want to be a content strategist, you've decided you want to be a marketing strategist, but a lot of times businesses don't themselves understand usko kya chahiye, and then they burden you with it, and then they have a very unrealistic expectation out of you. So let's start at the basic. All right, the basic that it should be there is a business strategy. Okay, you can be the best content strategist in the world, you can have the most amazing content materials, socials, but if the business person that you're working with does not have a good business strategy, you can't save it for the life of you. Okay, किसी ने मेरा वीडियो स्पॉटलाइट कर दिया है क्या? मत करो, मुझे सबको देखना अच्छा लगता है while I'm talking to you guys. So for the life, a great marketer, a great content strategist can't save a dying brand. I'm talking about things like MBA chai wala incidents and all, right? As we know that it's not going to last for very long, not profitably at least. Okay, so if the business model itself is faulty, the business strategy, you cannot make them successful just via marketing, just via content. Temporarily, yes, but not for years. At some point, it will collapse. Okay, so when you're picking clients for content strategy, marketing strategy, or anything for that matter, UI UX में matter नहीं करता, बना के निकल जाओ, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay, I'm not talking about ethics here. I'm just saying, like, even if you're making an app for like a, I don't know, Lotus 365, so मैं इतना नाम क्यों ले रही हूँ, मुझ पे legal ना आ जाए. But even if you do that, like, nobody cares. Okay, you are not attached long term. But yeah, if you're doing content strategy, marketing strategy, you have to choose your clients. You have to choose your battles accordingly, because I repeat this, you cannot save a dying business. You cannot be a business strategist, but that's a very different niche. Uska business coaching hota hai, uska, and it's much more highly paid. You are not in that industry. If some of you go in that industry, it is terrific. But these are like people like Rajiv Talreja and all. So that's very different. Okay. So what a lot of clients often mistake is that they ask for marketing or content strategy, but what they need is business strategy. So have the sense to be able to disqualify such clients, because you can't help them and ulta aapko hi blame aayega ki aap acha kaam nahi kar rahe ho. theek hai. So this is something I wanted to clear out, that the basic of this, the foundation of this is business strategy. Okay, what is business strategy, by the way? Business strategy is a set of long-term plans and actions designed to achieve specific business goals and objectives. Okay, it's a long-term plan. Okay, content strategy is very short term. It's like आज क्या post करना है, कल क्या post करना है, next week क्या post करना है. Business strategy is something different. Business strategy is like, what is the long term view of this business? Okay, so for example, I'll refer to some brands that I'm recently following very closely. I really like Parul Gulati's brand. I think it's called Niche Hair. Okay, so the long term strategy of that is to help women have beautiful hair. Okay, the business strategy is basically empowering women to feel beautiful about themselves, because a lot of women get their confidence from how they look, and hair is a major part of it. Okay, so that is the business strategy. Okay, imagine somebody a bad business strategy would be something like, do you guys remember that Nabhi product, like Gol Gehri Nabhi? Okay, that would be a bad product. That would be a bad business strategy. Okay, so yeah, I'm giving really extreme examples here, but I hope you get the drill. Okay, that is what business strategy is. Business strategy, the business owner has to come with. At the end of the day, they are going to keep the majority of the money and the profits. They have to deserve it with a good business strategy that they can execute. Okay. I'm glad that you guys got the reference, but business strategy clients should have. So whenever you're onboarding a client, you need to understand what their business strategy is, because by that only you can build marketing and content strategy. Okay? But the client is supposed to supply, not you. Okay, you can't build a client's business strategy. You can understand with time, you will develop an acumen key which business strategy is good and bad, but you can't build it for them. Okay. Secondly, marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is of course a secondary factor to business strategy. ठीक है, business strategy में बहुत और कुछ आता है. How will the costs and all happen? What will be the model? Which people will be involved? Blah blah blah. A lot more things, but marketing strategy is basically just the marketing objectives of it. Okay, so it involves understanding the markets, customer needs, what is the target audience like, where to market it, blah blah. Okay, this also influences decisions related to product and price. Okay, जैसे if somebody is selling a product to students, like there's a lot of products being sold to students, like consultations. If the student wants to study abroad, they want to talk to experts, right? Now, these people usually can't charge, you can't charge like 70,000 for a consultation with a student who wants to study abroad. Okay, so a marketing strategist should have enough acumen कि क्या इसका best price point हो सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है. But 70,000 for a consultation on finances for high net worth individuals is pretty normal. Okay, so pricing is very subjective, and that depends on the market. So marketing strategists should understand that. Okay, we're not going to delve too much into marketing strategy because that's very broad, but I hope that you get the difference and what we are looking at here. Okay, it's not exactly business strategy when I'm deciding pricing, but I need to understand कि ये market क्या देगा नहीं देगा. Okay, because trying to sell a highly priced product to a market that can't afford it is of course going to kill the business. The third part of marketing strategy, and very important part, actually people don't talk too much about it, is communication strategy. Okay, communication is basically how are you going to communicate with the clients or students or learners or customers, whatever you call the target market. Okay, how is all this related, by the way? A business strategy gives the direction for the entire organization. Where will we be in 5 years, 10 years? Marketing strategy is like, what are the marketing goals for it? That will help us achieve the business strategy. And communication strategy supports the marketing strategy by effectively communicating the values, the mission, the message, what we can do for you. And that is also equally important. You may not understand it because it's a very subtle part of communication, but luxury brands communicate in an entirely different way. More. So for example, Maggie, okay, Maggie has a very warm vibe to it, like a child coming home and having some Maggie. It's like an entirely different vibe from, let's say, a Rolex ad, Royal Enfield. Okay, it's going to be entirely different because, and that is a very subtle part of marketing. That is communication strategy. Okay, do you think, and there's a lot of brands that will never show their ads on TV because they know that their clients are not gonna be watching TV. Okay, so yeah, this falls in the branding category primarily, but yeah, that is what's communication strategy. And if you need to build a communication strategy, it's not a very hard part of it for sure. You know what kind of language somebody resonates with. Okay, but yeah, it's an important part of content strategy. And without that, like, you can build content, but like it's not going to be worth it. And lastly, of course, there's content strategy, the topic for today. It basically is like what the audience needs, wants, building a good content plan, understanding what formats it will be put in. Okay, if it's going to be text, video, audio, carousels, links that are going to be added to stories, and all the like, nitty-gritties. It supports, of course, the marketing and communication strategies by giving information, giving establishing the brand as a luxury brand or a more approachable brand, building credibility, and nurturing customer relationships. Okay, this last part, I think a lot of people are, a lot of brands are kind of leveraging now. Okay, nurturing customer relationships. Like right before this class, I saw this reel where a guy said that he's using jeevansathi.com to see the CTC of men in various companies, and basically to apply like that. And some Jeevan Sathi had replied ki maa meri shaktiyon ka galat istemal kiya ja raha hai. So there's a person who's actually doing it day in, day out, seeing what work is going on. So that's kind of cool, because this kind of things actually were not possible before social media. A brand interacting like this on such a personal level, you saw that too. Okay, that was not possible. Okay, so basically this is content strategy. Okay, I hope that all the parts of strategy are clear, because while they're interrelated, they're not the same. Okay, your client cannot be paying you for content strategy and then be expecting you to make entire marketing strategy for their entire organization for the next 5 years. Okay, because it has happened to me. So I want to save you from that trouble. It's a lot of work. Okay, you have to, that is not the job of a content strategist, basically. क्विक रिकैप अभी चाहिए तुमको, सेशन के बाद तुम चक्कर आ जाएंगे. Zomato notifications are lit, yes. But brands like Zerodha do not resonate with that, and the founder is very vocal on LinkedIn about not liking push notifications, which is fair enough. Okay, it's not like, if one brand stands for X and other brand stands for Y, doesn't mean that either of them are wrong. They are just dealing with very different clientele. Zerodha ke, I don't think Zerodha deals in investments, right? Nobody feels like investing just because they saw a notification, but people do feel hungry when they see a notification sometimes. Or if they're hungry, unko yaad aa jata hai ki haan, Zomato to hai mere paas. So it differs based on the business strategy and marketing strategy. Okay, so literally both of them could be sending the same type of message, but they'll send it very differently. Okay, so yeah, this is the entire thing. So business strategy is the foundation. Business strategy के ऊपर base करके marketing strategy बनती है. We make marketing strategy based on business strategy. Marketing strategy is built by a marketing strategist usually. Business strategy is built by the founder of the company. Okay, interrelated ho sakta hai, but business strategy is always built by the founder or the innovator of the company. Communication strategy, content strategy, marketing strategy, this an external person can handle. Okay. So yeah, this is the pillars. Hopefully everybody has understood it, because this is not something I have seen anybody ever talk about, and it's not right. Okay, because it creates confusion, because it's a very broad field. Okay. The second thing that you need to do is a content audit. Okay, whenever you're onboarding a client, you're doing it for yourself, you need to do some sort of an audit. Okay, and audit is one of my favorite parts. I myself do it for prospects when I'm onboarding them. Some consultations are actually basically just audits, and I'm paid pretty nicely for that. And yeah, audits are a good starting point to build a great content strategy. What is a content audit? Content audit is basically where you assess and analyze existing content on your website or any other platforms as well. Okay. Most clients will have some sort of existing content, right? Albeit it's going to be very flawed. Okay. Maybe they've not had a strategist, right? So you wish to audit all these things: LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, email, WhatsApp, website, slides, freebie. So many types of content. You might want to audit all of it. Okay. Now, I actually want to show you what it looks like to do a content audit. Okay. And content audit can be as broad as the entire content spectrum of a brand to just email, to just LinkedIn. Okay. The one I'm going to show you is for a client. And basically, we did an audit of the client versus Wariku, who's pretty popular on LinkedIn. I think he's over 2 million followers or something now. Yeah. Okay, coming back. Yeah, the session will be uploaded in the dashboard. Just this part won't be. That's it. Yeah. So basically, anything you can audit with any particulars. Okay, the particulars we focused on were frequency of content. You can see what are the best practices, and you can see if this one person is doing it or not. Okay, and you can just check or not check. Okay. With time, everybody should build their own content audit templates. Okay. But if you are just getting started, of course, you want a good place to start at. Hootsuite has a very good audit template. Okay. It has it for literally every platform that there can be: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, even Snapchat and Pinterest. And once you get a hang of it, you can copy it for other platforms like emails, copywriting for, let's say, landing pages, whatever you want. Okay. It's pretty amazing. Okay. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay. But I do recommend that with experience, you will see that these miss some things and there are some things that don't matter here. So you change that to your own preferences. Okay. I usually keep things very, very simple with me, my clients, my strategies. Simple works the best for me. But yeah, this is a good starting point. Hootsuite's, this is not going. Yeah. But yeah, do build your own template because, you know, you will come up with something unique. Okay. But yeah, everybody needs somewhere to start off. Okay. The third thing is user-centric content. And yeah, this is the part that I have worked so hard on. I've worked on it harder than I've worked in my relationships. So please take a screenshot, because one of the biggest mistakes people make is that they have one content strategy and one type of content on their profile, which is why they struggle to grow for a really long time. Okay. In my experience, not everybody who's going to find you is the same. I'll show you. I'm seeing you. I'm looking at you. I can't even want to look at you. You guys look so lovely today. So what happens is that a lot of times people post similar type of content all the time. Okay, similar type of targeting, similar type of strategy. But the thing is, not everybody who finds you is going to be at a similar stage. Okay, be it for yourself, be it for your client. So they will need a very different type of content to convert. Okay, if you focus on only one, yeah, all of that is free. Okay, I will never recommend anything that is like a paid resource without recommending this, without saying that it's paid thing. So yeah, this is what I have seen in my journey. This is a slightly better model of Eugene Schwartz model, which goes from solution unaware to extra aware. But this is like what my experience has been. So I've tried to explain it very well. Understand me, okay, slowly. There are going to be largely 4 types of people who will come across your content. Okay, your or your clients. Okay, this session is not for yourself, by the way. This is for working for clients primarily. But yeah, you can apply it for yourself. The first type of client would be unaware. Okay, unaware as in they don't know they have a problem. They don't know what they can do about it. They don't know what the solution is. They have zero clue. Okay, just an example. Let's say this is a health program. Unaware is like somebody who is fat and they don't even know that it can affect their organs. Okay, they don't even know that they can work on it. Maybe they think that, you know, they have to work really, really hard to, you know, lose the weight, and they don't understand the situation usually. The second will be solution aware. Like, if this is somebody who knows that working out is good for them or eating healthy is good for them, but they don't know it so much. They're not very aware about it. Okay, but they know that this is an option and they can do it, but somehow they have not been able to do it. Third would be market aware. They know that, you know, they can do cardio, they can do dieting and all, and maybe the market you are serving in is dieting, losing weight via dieting. Okay, so they know that only via writing this can be done. They know about this market. Maybe the service that you're doing is a home delivery of certain types of groceries that will help in weight loss. So maybe they know that this kind of a subscription service is also available. This person is pretty good because they know about this market already. So it's not like you have to convince them, ye kya hota hai. So this person will again be very different. And lastly, product aware person who knows about the brand itself as well, the product itself as well. Again, somehow they have not bought it yet. Okay. I have all these 4 stages of awareness understood because usually they don't buy in the same way. Okay. Yes, I know the Eugene Schwartz model. Most probably आपने मेरे से ही सीखा है. मैंने इसको थोड़ा condense खुद ही किया है ताकि it's easier for people. ठीक है. Yeah, I'll explain the flows as well. Okay, but everybody understood this. Unaware जो है जिसको पता ही नहीं कि problem है. Solution aware जिसको पता है कि हाँ solution हो सकता है. Market aware who knows that there's a market and they can get help from that particular market. Okay, they can get that subscription service, let's say. And lastly, product aware, solution aware and market aware. This person knows that they need to lose weight. Let's say it might be affecting their health. They know that, dieting is a good way, but they don't know exactly that there's a product like yours. Like they don't even know that the market exists. Okay. Product to bahut dur ki baat hai. Okay. So they are a little less aware about it. Okay. Now, I'll tell you something. The easiest people to sell to, okay, to convert the content, like, of course, I am not talking about content just for virality. I'm talking about content that will make money. So usually if you want to make money, you have to be sure that this person buys from you. And usually the people who buy the easiest is the unaware people and the product aware people. I'll tell you why also. Okay, there might be a little bit of overlap everywhere, but yeah, mostly no. Unaware person doesn't even know what exists. Okay, they don't even have enough knowledge to do the ifs and buts and all. The moment they are educated, they feel like, oh wow, this person made me aware about this industry. How grateful I am to them. So now let me buy this person's product or service, whatever it is. Okay, this person, again, being unaware, it's easy to impress them. So you can have easy content topics here. Okay, so what you do in unaware people is basically, if you understand this person, most my audience doesn't even know that this exists. Okay, for example, if I talk about myself, okay, my audience right now is mainly freelancers, and freelancers used to be unaware or solution aware 3 years back. But back then I was not selling this academy. But right now the product is, the people mostly are very market aware. Okay, so for me, like, making basic content does not really help. Okay, it helps like to get like, newbies, but usually most of the market is like pretty much market aware. Okay, but that is not the case with clients in finance. Finance started becoming more popular. People started taking their finances more seriously post pandemic. So it's pretty much still in the unaware and solution aware stage. Okay, so the way you sell in that industry is very different. Okay. Even health. Okay, health, I think people were solution aware for a really long time, but market aware and product aware people are becoming now only. There's so many people buying subscription services. There are so many people going to the gym lately. So that has become a lifestyle that I don't think was there 10, 20 years back. So yeah, these are major changes happening across many, many industries. So unaware people, you educate them so that they follow you. You then, give them freebies, training, content. You have very easy content topics. Okay, you gather feedback and then you connect and sell. Usually it's very easy to do that. If you see the channel of Niche Hair, they have like hair tutorials. Okay, very easy. Okay, very easy to learn, and mostly like most people are like interested in seeing hair tutorials. Okay, very easy topic. Okay, if one wants to buy, they will easily buy from that only. Okay. Solution aware people are a little tricky because they know that there's a solution, but for some reason they've not invested in it. So first thing you need to do is not to educate them. They're educated. They've still not purchased for some reason. So you need to understand why, what apprehension do they have? Is the apprehension with themselves or the marketplace? Because a lot of people, it's very different. In some markets, people think that I can't do it. Okay. For example, if I'm talking about the health industry, many people don't invest in their health because they think they can't take out time for it. Okay. Whereas in an industry like wealth, most people don't know who to trust. Okay. So that's not an internal problem. That's an external problem. If you don't even understand why this is not functioning, why the revenue gets stuck, you'll not be able to solve it. Okay. So please understand the audience here. Okay, it doesn't take a lot. You need to talk to, let's say, 5 or 10 people, and usually the majority of the problems are the same. We think people are different, but actually masses behave very similarly. Okay, so understand that what is the issue, and then you make the recommendation. Okay, the best way to make recommendations is to with absolute transparency. Okay, if you understand they think the problem is with themselves, understand why they think the problem is there with themselves. Okay, for example, if a woman who is about to have a child will ask me that I want to work with you, maybe join your academy, should I do it? I usually would say no, because I know that this person won't be able to devote time. Okay, if they really want, they can consider taking a few months break, and but mostly nahi ho pata hai. So understanding that is important. Okay, and if this person does not trust the market, this is something that I learned from a friend who used to work at Scalar Academy. It's a beautiful edtech product of India, by the way. Like very few products of edtech have done so well. And they told me that when they get on sales calls, it's a 3 lakh rupee product. So of course the trust factor has to be very high. So nobody is going to buy just over a call. Okay. And the way they used to do the sales calls was that they used to just say, all right, why don't you just Google about Scalar Academy, read the positive things, and also please read the negative things as well. Okay, you should be aware of it. And when the representative of the brand will talk like this, of course the person feels a level of confidence ki matlab theek hai, like this person is at least not lying ki everybody is successful. They used to share like all their data and all. That is something that I learned, and I found it very, very commendable. Okay, that's something that you guys should learn. You guys should know how to pitch that, because clients will be there asking you, can you give me guarantee, have you done this all the time, blah blah blah. And it might be lucrative or tempting to say, yeah, everybody who works with me is always happy. But that is not true. So you can say that majority of my clients are definitely happy. If anybody else tells you that, all their clients are happy, they are lying. So I'm not going to lie to you. Of course, I have had my issues. Once upon a time, it so happened that this client wasn't able to devote their time, so I couldn't do it. Once upon a time, I did work in this industry. Like थोड़ा थोड़ा बोल सकते हो, but be sure कि मतलब ऐसा नहीं बोल रहे हो कि खुद के पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मार रहे हो. If you're pitching somebody in the coaching industry and you're saying कि you failed to work in the solar industry, it's fine. But if you're pitching somebody in renewable energy and then you're saying you failed in working with a client at solar, then of course you're not going to get the project. Okay, so be smart about it. Okay, but don't lie. Okay, please remember this. Okay, if it's the market is solution aware, there's a very strong reason why they have not bought it, and probably it's because they either don't trust themselves or you understand who the problem is, and you solve that problem. Okay, it's almost like a relationship. A lot of times, though, what I have seen in my journey is that despite recommendations, they take time. Okay, it's not like I'm gonna tell somebody, okay, fine, you do whatever you want. They're not gonna still buy immediately. So you have to keep nurturing them with content. There's one piece that hits so hard that they get in usually, or purchase the product or purchase the service. Okay, you have a lot of CTAs to buy. Okay, and whatever objections you have, you flip them, help them. Usually a lot of times giving them some action. Also a lot of times solution where people don't take action because they think they can do it themselves, but technically you can literally do everything yourself. Okay, so that's not a good enough objection, right? So, but people fail to realize that. Okay, people fail to realize that, like that's a logic of life. They think ye to main khud hi kar sakta hu. Like if I'm asking you to invest in a gym service that's going to cost you 3,000 a month, you can think, oh wow, I have a bottle, I have two bottles, 1 kg. Okay, I have home gym. But the thing is, but aap kar rahe ho kya? It doesn't happen that way. So a lot of people think they can do it themselves. So if you understand that somebody's objection comes from that kind of an angle, just ask them to do it themselves. Okay, tell that, okay, you do it and tell me next week what's happened. Most likely they will realize that they've not done it, because it really matters how much time and money somebody invests in a certain place. I do study a lot, so I like sharing my experiences. What do you mean by building systems? As in, like, I didn't know the context of systems. Okay. In whatever the question you asked, help them. And then again, your piece of content, again, CTA. Usually solution aware people take time to get in. ठीक है, ये मैंने देखा है, because usually they think that they know everything because they have little knowledge. Okay, the more less knowledge someone has, the more they overestimate themselves, right? So this is actually a little trickier market to cater to. Market aware people are easier because they know that there's a market. They know that uska friend jata hai gym, uske friend ne invest karke rakha hai, let's say in a wealth management service. So for them it's easier because they're seeing people around do it and invest in the market. These people, you understand that they already know the market, right? These people, you just try to genuinely help, ask them quick questions about whatever it is you cater to, and nurture them, but with advanced topics. This is one major difference between unaware and market aware people. Unaware people will be impressed with easy content topics. If you make advanced topics, they will feel like you're totally outside their range. Okay. So for example, if I'm working with a health brand, okay, and I am making a very advanced piece of content on like all the elements inside a certain food, how it helps your body and all, an unaware person will get so confused. They'll find this is too much and I can't spend time learning it, so they will not buy because they don't have the time to invest in learning. But a market aware person, this person was solution aware, this person knows about the pros and cons of the market, so they have very different set of doubts. For them, advanced topics will move the needle, and it will move the needle very easily. Okay, they might want you to discuss things with them. Okay, but usually for them, content nurturing a little bit only does well, but the content has to be advanced. Okay, if you see, most of my content of my channels is pretty simple. 80% of it is pretty basics, 20% is like advanced, because I don't want to talk just about basic stuff. But despite wanting to talk about advanced stuff, the thing is, if I do that, it'll affect algorithm. So I have very good knowledge of that. I don't do it, that's why. But yeah, market aware people will only convert through advanced topics. Okay. And lastly, product aware. Product aware people who know about you, your client's products, but somehow they've not bought in yet. So usually some sort of a foot in the door thing. If the main product is 10,000, giving them something for, let's say, 1,000 to test it out, samplers. Okay, that kind of a thing usually helps because they have probably not tested it out yet because they don't want to. So just making it easy for them to try it out is easier. Okay, it works the same with services as well, by the way. Usually if I want to convert a client for LinkedIn services, I never pitch LinkedIn services because I know that the moment I do that, either there are people who don't even understand the value of it, so they will not buy, or there are people who know the value of it, but then they don't have the time for that. Okay, so instead I'll just say ki, hey, I saw your latest LinkedIn post and there I noticed that you have done ABC. Why don't you do this in the next post? Because then that's a very easy way to start a communication with me. It's not a material per se, it's a service starting. Okay, but I hope you get the point that I'm trying to make. So it's very hard for somebody to commit to a call with me and then work with me over a sales call, but it's very easy for somebody to make an optimization on their profile based on my recommendation. And that starts a very good conversation. I'm not sure how many of you know, but I recently had a call with Dot Lung, and it was about like having her on board for a call with you guys. So she'll come on 16th. I'm very excited for that. She's very popular in the entire Instagram industry. She works with some terrific clients. There's another person also in the loop, but I'll confirm once it's confirmed. It's not confirmed yet, but I'm working on all of these things. So what I did is that I saw that one of her clients that she had shared about, not herself, her clients was making mistake with their LinkedIn. Okay. And I just rewrote that LinkedIn post. I'll see what's up. Just a second. Okay. I'll see if I can show the chat directly, because you guys really need to understand how these things convert into like real life. Okay. Theory is nothing. Nobody is here for theory. Okay. Let's face it. If you want theory, you can Google it. You're here to learn like the real deal. So I'll try to show how it happens. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I just rewrote that entire thing. This was the original, and this is the one that I rewrote in my. It took me 2 minutes. Okay, it took me just 2 minutes. Okay, I sent a voice note explaining it. Okay, and she said that it's pretty good, and I really like it. There was a voice note talking about another of their clients. I just said that, you know what, I'll just be happy to help. And yeah, I just gave my recommendations. And then she asked me, are you doing ghostwriting services? I'll tell you how that ends. It's not ended yet. But yeah, I never pitched nothing. I never pitched. I don't pitch anymore. I just try to be of help, and like really good projects come to me all the time. So a lot of people don't understand that when you lead with a lot of value, projects will land on you. Okay. Just try to genuinely help people. Okay. Did that chat help you to understand like how you're supposed to talk to people? Figure something out in your industry that is very, very low effort. Okay. For me, it's like auditing somebody's posts. Okay. It's very low effort for me. Doesn't take me a lot of time. It will be different for everybody. For someone, it might be कि आपको एक content rewrite करने में बहुत time लग जाता है. In that case, that's not a good way for you to start your talks with people. But for me, it works very well. And yeah, I just really hope that we are able to work long term. There was a big reason why I did that. Okay. I was doing it for one of her clients and not herself. So there was no way it can come off as I'm trying to sell to her, which is something I wanted to navigate very gently. Okay. I don't want to be seen as a salesy person. So it was for a client. And then I know that she has a lot of clients. So she told me that, you know, I have this another client who works in this industry, and we had a conversation about it. I'm hoping that I'll get to work with them, but that's not the point. The point is that how I led it. Okay. How I led that conversation. And usually it all happens via chat. Okay. By the way, you will see that it's a little easier to do this with international clients than Indian clients, especially if they are lower than a certain income. Okay. I'll tell you why. Okay. No, I didn't know her before. We connected on email first. Okay. So you will see that this is again not to be racist or anything. It's just more of, I think, an upbringing thing. Okay. It's most, I've seen that most international clients are like much more grateful for an advice, okay, than Indians, because I think Indians, we are always like, we grew up with like, ye kyun kar raha hai aise? Like, why are they trying to help me? What do they want of me? So I think like Indians have that like, you know, guarded mentality. Okay, which happens probably since childhood, because पड़ोसी जो आंटी होती थी ना, वो क्या होता है, Avalon या क्या, Avalon नहीं, shit, what was that brand, a beauty brand, affiliate marketing जिसका होता था, Avon. Oh my God, I said Avalon. Varun Maya is gonna kill me. Uh, uh, yeah, Avon, Amway. Okay, so I guess like because of that, सबका एक guarded mentality हो गया है. Oriflame, yeah, those network marketing things were so big, no? So I guess like Indians have this thing. Okay, I've noticed this, that, you know, gratefulness wise, like immediate response wise, you do get better responses from international clients. So this is something you can validate for yourself when you are starting your journey. But majority of people who have done it, they will agree with me. Okay, obviously it's beyond a certain income level नहीं होता है, because once one hits certain revenue goals. Also, it depends which class the person comes from the society. Again, as much as I would not like to, I have seen a stark difference in how people function in their business depending on which class of the society they come from. Okay. So I have a friend, without naming, he is very obsessed with quality. Okay. He will spend, and he makes good money. Okay. It's not like he can't afford it. He will spend lakhs just to make sure a site looks gorgeous. Okay. He'll always be like, okay, I'm doing this. So the packaging of this envelope needs to be done custom and all of that. And it's kind of interesting to see that. It was kind of interesting to see that, because I'm not like that. I usually try to do the best in the most limited resources. Okay. So I'm very different from that. Okay. And then I did not know it back then, but then he does come from a very, very rich family. I think it was only like when I went somewhere and saw that what kind of people he knows, I was like, okay, are you rich or something? So he said, yeah, I am. And that makes it a little easier for me to understand, because these people have never had to worry to spend money somewhere, because even if they lose it, there's nothing to worry about. Their family has money, so it's all right for them. Okay, there's nothing like they are wrong, I'm better or nothing. Okay, there's nothing like that. It's just that their mindset works very differently, which is why they're able to invest in quality. Okay, something that is a little secondary to somebody like me or somebody who comes from a middle class family, because for us it was more about getting the job done. Fan chal raha hai, fan ke upar tape laga hua hai ya kya laga hua hai, it doesn't matter. So that is very different. Okay, it's very different, and it's kind of something that is interesting that I've noticed. You'll see this in the world of business. Okay, all of you are in the world of business. You will see this reflected when you will work with people. Okay, it's something to understand and work with, not to critique or judge. Okay. So yeah, this is something that I really, it's not just about like one person. I've seen this like repeatedly as I've met so many people. And it's a good thing, I guess. For me, it's something that I would love to learn. But yeah, I hope that everybody's understood this graphic. Okay, it's definitely like one of the highlights of today's session. You qualify clients by getting on a call with them. I won't be able to explain this entire thing, but yeah, this is the entire types of people and how you try to sell to them, okay, using your content. And then we get into like, actually the content part of it is the easiest part of it, because good content comes from an understanding. Good content comes where your audience understands you. Okay, one of virality, one of kuch chal jata hai and then nahi chalta hai uske baad, ye bahuton ke sath hota hai aajkal, because algorithms are so crazy, but very few people are able to maintain it. Okay, so for example, a lot of people have run ads. Okay, not naming again. A lot of people have reached millions of people by running ads. Okay, but nobody has been able to sustain the popularity like Wariku has. Okay, it's because it's rooted in such understanding of the audience. So that is something to take a note of. I'll just start sharing my screen again. And yeah, we'll get to the easier part of it now. And then I'll give you 50 types of content styles that you can use for that. So that's going to be interesting. Screenshots ready, Rakhna. 4 is content pillars. Okay. Content pillars is, I think it's like the least amount of attention you should give to it. But one with mass appeal, one with niche appeal, one that is something unique to the brand or creator. Okay. I think Resham has found the last one. One with mass appeal means like something that you know that a lot of people are interested in. So in the world of like for me, the mass appeal content is freelancing, niche appeal is marketing, and unique to me is probably my stories and my storytelling. All right. So coming back, yeah, one with mass appeal, one with niche appeal, one that is unique to the brand or creator. Okay. So for somebody like niche hair, okay, somebody like niche hair, their mass appeal content is the hairstyles. Okay, somebody interested in a hairstyle doesn't necessarily want to buy a wig or fake hair, but it has mass appeal to it, right? Usually mass appeal is easy, by the way, easy content. Niche appeal would be where they are talking about specific toppers, a certain topper that is just for people who are, let's say, bald, okay, or have very thinning hair. Okay. यार ये brand तो मुझे भी लगेगा यार. Anyway, so that would be niche appeal. That kind of content won't go viral. Not everybody is bored. Not everybody needs that. But then they need to do it because they need to make sales. Okay. And lastly, something that is unique to the brand or creator, which is where the personal brand of niche hair, Parul, comes in. She does talk about her experiences. She talked about her Shark Tank thing also, Beach Make Then. She made a post on helping other women entrepreneurs and tagging them in the comments. Great marketing strategy. Okay. So you need to find out something of your own. That would be your good content pillars: mass appeal, niche appeal, and one something unique to your personality. Okay. That's all you need. Okay. It will not be replicable. Okay. Because mass appeal, anybody can replicate. Niche appeal, anybody can replicate. But unique, something unique to you, usually somebody can't replicate. Okay. And even if they do, they always have to look forward to you to make the next move. Okay. So yeah, don't forget this. Okay. You can forget either of these, but don't forget this. Something unique to you or the brand that you're representing. And 50 content styles. Let's get into it. By the way, I need to know who is going to be taking the questions today after my session is over, because I'm at a hotel and my, I think, restaurant closes at 11. I don't even know if Shrishta is back yet or not. Just a second. Yeah, I don't think she's back. Ganesh, if you're here, Ganesh, Halima, you guys are here.
Yes, Sahili.
You can ask Shirsha to be there maybe in like 10-15
Yeah,
minutes. Take care.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Lesson 5 is the 50 content styles I want to talk about. Transformation style content. This is the content that goes viral. Please take a screenshot before and after. Okay. Of course, any type of before and after does amazing. 365 days journeys do amazing. I had 0 followers on last year. Today I have 10K followers in 365 days. Okay, 365 is a very solid number. It's like a 1 year transformation. 1 year is not too far away, but enough time for somebody to work on themselves. So this does very well, but these are very high effort. Maybe you don't have such a transformation. What do you do then? 1 week of any new activity, 1 week of cold showering people do, going vegetarian people do. Okay, this content format can be for anything, by the way. It's just that the hook style changes a bit based on the platform, but content strategy itself is pretty much the same across every platform. Challenges, any sort of a challenge, this 1 lakh per month challenge thing has become a big thing now. Okay, it will die down, I believe. Only few will be able to survive this, but challenges are a great way to kind of show transformation, mental mindset transformation. Okay, if there's something that you used to think and that changed, you can talk about that. Classes you attend and what changed you there. Like I used to make a lot of content on all the free classes, webinars and all I used to attend, and a lot of people used to DM me to ask which class was this, and that used to really increase my story views and people looking up to me for recommendations. So if so many people believe my recommendations, why will they not like it when I recommend my own things? Because then they know that this person has good material. So transformation style things do amazing. Books for transformation, people love to change their lifestyle. People love to learn about what they can change about themselves. So these perform phenomenally. Quote style content. Okay, now again, most people just post a random quote, doesn't work. Motivational quote chalta hai, quote of the day style quotes chalte hain, one liners chalte hain, lines from shows, podcasts and books that hit hard, especially shows. If you can pick out like very popular shows, okay, it will be good because many people would have seen those shows, so relatability factor is very high. Quotes from famous artists, writers, creative thinkers, if that's relevant to your industry. Again, quotes that have some sort of a positivity to it, okay, because people need it. And you versus them quotes. Okay, I'm going to give very basic examples, but things like, oh, work while they party and then like blah blah blah. This type of content does very well because people love thinking that they are doing things differently. People love thinking that they are a class apart from their peers, and these kind of quotes, that's why like encourage that feeling, right? So this type of quote does very well. So yeah, don't put random quotes, but quote style content does very well. I did a audit of Wariko's content and I saw him 20-30 of his top 100 posts are like quotes only. Okay, and unlike like popular belief that it must be the carousels, it's the quotes primarily. So yeah, quote style content as well. Storytelling style content does pretty well as well. Any sort of metaphorical story you can start with and you can flow into advice. Okay, metaphorical stories about moral based stories. You can talk about a certain incident that happened to you and the moral of it. Vulnerable stories. Okay, vulnerable stories is a little hard because here you can't do too much of it, but once in 2 months is fine. Okay, not too much of it, because vulnerable stories, the issue with vulnerable stories is that they have the potential to go viral, and you can go viral for all the wrong things also. So yeah, what you do differently from others. Okay, this is very typical of popular content creators to do, which is something like contrary to popular belief. So if everybody in the industry says ki wake up at 5 a.m. and do this, then why don't you do that? Okay, and your beliefs behind that. Now, of course, after one point, many people start saying that, then you can't do it anymore. Then there's confessions and open letters. They're very good. And celebrity incidents. If you run out of ideas, watch an episode of Coffee with Karan. Half of the comments are so nonsensical. You can just pick any and you can talk about it in some in some context of your post. Okay. But yeah, celebrity incidents do well because most people have seen it. Recently, this thing happened when Rashmika Mandana, who's a vegan or vegetarian at least, she posed with a chicken burger or something, and that became like a point of a lot of debate, and a lot of people did leverage that for content. Of course, these things I think you guys know already: educational content, suggestions, listicles, difference between two major and similar concepts. This does very well. What is content and what is copy? What is content strategy and what is marketing strategy? Routine building. Okay, a lot of people look up to people who have a good routine. Okay, most people don't actually. So routine content always does well for me, my clients. We do a lot of it. Breaking down successful people, their businesses, how Elon Musk got popular, how Sudha Murthy got popular, how they made their money, how Infosys was built, how Ratan Tata spends his money. All those things do very, very well. Step-by-step guides, checklists, and your insider resources if you can share for free, nothing like that. Social proof. This is important for sales. Okay, this is very important for sales. So many things you can do: screenshots you can take, pictures with friends, clients, Zoom class pictures. Okay, Gmeet, if you have of client calls, you can do that. Building your service. Okay, let's say you're doing a website, work in progress. Like, you can share that. That is very good social proof. What is working and what is not working in your market with data and social commentary. Okay, that also does very, very well. Okay, I did one social commentary for a different profile and it's doing pretty nice. And then, of course, funny style content like memes, humor, funny incidents, recent news, cringe stuff as well. And visual focused content like graphics, formulas, maps, graphs, charts, animations, illustrations. One of my best hacks to come up with graphics is go here and like write whatever you want. I actually have a lot opened here at, but write anything that is usually a graphic. Okay. So write something like a flow map or something, and you'll find a lot of them. And then you can just see which one is relevant to you. And yeah, you will get something to start off with. And abhi yahan pe bas aap apne details dalo. Beautiful content ban jata hai. It's a great starting point. Looks very high effort. Okay. And yeah, I hope that this quick hack also helps you. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed today's session. I know that it's definitely very information dense, but I've done my best to. Radha, आप एक YouTube video देख लीजिए. What is Eugene Schwartz video? Eugene Schwartz model of business. ठीक है. I have explained it twice, but I guess if you want a deeper explanation, you can watch something that is in depth on that only. Unbounce course is not free anymore. It used to be free, but yeah, Andrew, that is your homework. That is your homework. I'll give you a homework. But first, let me get the feedback. Did you like the session? Did you learn new things today? I hope so. Okay. Very, very, very happy. Time for me to take the photos with you, by the way. Just a second. I'll check the chat also later. So I'm checking a video of the chat. Hopefully majority of it is fine. Jinko questions hai about the session, keep it on hold right now because abhi sabhi yes hi likhenge. Okay, now time for the photo with all of you guys. Another nice session wrapped up. Next Friday, we are doing the email marketing masterclass. I know that I have delayed it by another week, but basically last week we did the ChatGPT session. So I did not want to overwhelm you guys. And this week I'm anyway traveling. So this network issue keeps happening. Don't want that in a masterclass, basically. But thank you for being understanding. I'll definitely be doing Friday classes anyway. So sub session मैं लूंगी तो सीखेगा कौन? Upskill करेगा कौन? Anyway, a lot of great people are gonna come, and I'll try to make sure that they come on Fridays only. So आप लोग कोई और session मत attend करो. Friday का time please chalk out करके रख दो, because Friday sessions would be the best. Other days you can join for Q&A, community building and all. We're going to start co-working sessions with Alima. Basically, like you can join and you can work with other people, focus on your own things. At a different time, not on during live time, maybe like somewhere in the afternoon, so that there's more accountability. So there are other things that we are working on. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, please do make sure that you have booked out your Fridays for sure, if no other day. Okay. Hopefully everybody has taken enough screenshots. If anybody has not wants a certain slide ka screenshot, please contact Ganesh after this session. He is going to help you out with it. Do you think presentation is as important as communication? Very good question, Abhay. Presentation is very important to communicate, okay? Because people are very visual. Like, imagine me telling you everything that I told you today. It would be as good, I'm sure. But when you have the visuals, you will be able to go, you'll be able to see the visual and you'll be able to remember ki, हाँ, Sahili ne यहाँ पे ये बोला था. Because just my words, you'll forget 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 1 month, you will forget things slowly. Okay, that is natural. So I think presentations are important. Presentations are very intrinsic to me. Yeah, we've made that session available to a few people, like a few hundred people, I guess, who were not students, because we did it for the last one of Chase. I don't want to gatekeep, but this is something that I've seen like proven true time and again. Like free stuff usually attracts very bad quality audience. Did it happen during Chase's class? So I was confident, but then I guess we wouldn't do that. I've taken note of that. It's just like an industry problem. Thank you, Anam. That's very sweet of you. Wow, Garima. Congrats on that. A vast knowledge of psychology makes you emotionless. No, bro, it made me more emotional. Anyway, any questions regarding the session today? Okay. If you struggle with creating content strategy for clients, I mean, what makes you say you struggle? Does the client not get result or you don't make it? I'd like to see what you search for Canva. Anything, flow map, graphic, whatever you search, you get some sort of a template very easily. Can I start using content strategy as a beginner? Not really. When you're getting started, you should just focus on understanding the market temperament. Okay, don't try to build strategy and all of that. Just understand क्या है market, कौन है, क्या करते हैं ये लोग, कितना कमाते हैं, किस टाइप पे active रहते हैं. Those are the basic things to understand. Then you can be hairstyle. ये तो बहुत plain हो गया है यार. Yes, Shabad, I've noted. Content pillars for companies are definitely difficult to build, but you can think from the angle that if this company was represented by one person, okay, what would that person talk about? And then it becomes a little easier. A lot of finance brands and finance startups have like 3-4 content creators representing them, and they talk about different things. Yeah, audit live, I can do, but the thing is, all the topics are there, and I've given you so many examples. If you still want me to do it live, you're probably waiting for me to spoon feed you, and that is not good for you or me. So no, you take the template, you see what is written there. Okay, KPI, okay, pick up KPI, take that number. It's there in the insights only. Okay, what is there that I can do that you can't do it yourself? Okay. So I've given you enough resources, enough materials, enough examples. You should be able to do it. Can we do a social audit for prospects as well? Yes, but a little low effort. Okay, you'll probably not spend more than half an hour doing that. How do you decide on unique content pillar? Every other idea seems to everything that is there has been said before, but that doesn't mean you won't do it. But the main problem is that there's something unique about you that you can showcase. Okay, a lot of people showcase their roots. Okay, a lot of people showcase their storytelling style. A lot of people showcase their informal style. A lot of the people showcase their very luxe style, and everything works. Okay, it's not going to be unique to you, as in like you are the only one in the world doing it. It's just like something that you add, which most people tend not to. Okay. So for example, if you're a fashionista and you talk about business, that's going to be very different. Okay. So while wearing a sari, you can talk about the, origin of the market in India. You can talk about the history of it. Okay. That will be very unique. Okay. So that's most of the people who are going viral or becoming popular these days are doing something along those lines. Okay. Priyankar is still on vacations. We miss him. Marketing strategy in long run, what should we focus? How to align with business strategy? I guess that's the entire point of the entire session. But marketing strategy specifically you're talking about, it should be aligned with what the business wants. Basically, if the business wants to cater to youth long term, you should be understanding what kind of content will target the youth. Okay, it's pretty simple. Glad, Karishma. Shall my content strategy touch on every stage of awareness? In the beginning, I will say try to tap into people who are either not aware at all or very much aware, because they convert easier. So it's easier for you to make the sales. But in long term, you want to tap into as many as possible. No, it's not. It's not important, but it does help in strategizing. Yeah, Madhav already answered it for me. By the way, Shisha, are you here?
She's here, Sahili.
Yeah, let me make her co-host. Ganesh, I'll send you the link of the PPT. You can send particular slides if somebody asks for one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hi everyone. Hi Sahili.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have a client call
You
in.
don't look like you're doing great. You sound exhausted.
Yeah, I have not slept properly for I think for 2 days, and I have a client call at today 12, so I'm stressed.
Okay, no, don't be stressed. You're amazing and you will do amazing. I'll just quickly see if there's any session related questions. Okay. What happened to Avinash ka ChatGPT session? I was there on recording is gonna be available to them.
No, Avinash does not want the recording to be out in public because he has shared some secrets that are very like ye to his business, secretive to his business, very important to his business. So he doesn't
Talking on
want them
record,
out.
talk normally.
Yeah, he doesn't want them out, and that's it.
Okay, fine. All right. But I hope that a lot of them took screenshots. Post in the group, no? This girl took a lot of screenshots. I think she shared also.
I think there was
This,
a note as well. There were a
yeah,
lot
yeah, yeah. I think
of
Ganesh, you only sent.
Shrestha shared the PPT link in the group. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was somebody who did take a lot of screenshots, so she shared that. Okay. Oh, she shared that already. Okay, good. So,
yeah, and
yeah,
Avinash has
whoever
also
asked the
sent
question,
a
they
lot
can
of
see that.
resources. Avinash has also sent a lot of resources to everyone who attended the session.
Okay. All right. All right. Demo discovery call session. The reason I don't do it is because no discovery call, two discovery calls looks the same. Yeah, matlab the flow is never the same, so it might set unrealistic expectation. That's it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just that like it's not something that you can ever be prepared for like that. Okay, whatever sales module you have done, it's good enough for you. Okay, none, not relevant, not relevant. I overshare advices on discovery call. It's all right to overshare little bit. It's all right. Um, okay, lots of questions about what content they can make as a copywriter and all. I think Shisha, you are good enough to handle this. I have to go to have my dinner actually. Otherwise, I would have taken this one. My birthday, I did not have any birthday. Yeah? Matlab, I had that celebration um, in Delhi. Madhav, I'm saying that only, in Delhi. I wanted to do one in Mumbai, but this is what Delhi did to me. Yeah, I don't think this is good enough feet pick for a feet pick fetish photo, but yeah. This is basically like because the 2 days back to back we did, no, I wish I've done one day only. So basically because I have to stand and run around so much, I guess it put some stress on the foot or something. So my leg is not doing well. So yeah, that's a problem. Otherwise I would have done this in Bombay as well. Meetup Kolkata will also happen. Let me come back, no, first. But that's something I'm excited for. I hope that everybody has taken plenty of screenshots today, because I did put a lot of effort into today's PPT to make it like one slide may fit everything अच्छे से in a graphic format. I am like upskilling a little bit in the graphic representation part. If anybody wants to be a friend to me and wants to teach me some things about graphic representation, please do. Okay, I would love that. Yeah, I would love that. Okay, please just DM me or something with some, materials that you think I should check out on Facebook or something, because I really want to improve my graphic sense, and I want to really improve how I'm able to represent my ideas, because yeah, that is one thing I'm gonna upskill. Okay. Shisha, Ganesh, over to you guys. You can let Alima be a little active today. Just don't let her like take charge or anything. Okay, it's just her first day.
Okay. Do make me the host if you can.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I
Hi.
made you. I
Yeah.
hope that everybody, let me say goodbye to everybody first. I hope that everybody had a great time today. Those who joined specifically for my session alone, thank you very much for making the time. If there is something that I have not been able to answer and you want me only to specifically answer it, do ask Shisha. She takes care of a lot of content strategy for me, my clients. But if you specifically want me to, if you make a post and tag me also, I will be able to answer that. But ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि जो मुझे पता है वही मुझे पता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. And actually a lot of people will be able to give you better advice as well. Hopefully you will, yes, you'll get a recording for this, don't worry. Yeah, I'm excited for the next class. We're gonna have some very good classes in the month of June, so yeah, I'm very excited for that. Anik is my friend, Tiasha. All right, Shisha, over to you. Bye bye, everybody. And yeah, those who ever want have questions, you can stay behind. Okay. I'm gonna take the email masterclass. You have all the classes I'll take in the month of June, they have already been posted. Okay. Date idhar udhar ho sakta hai, but classes will be mine only. Okay. And other classes will also be there. Other mentors will take classes on other days. Shisha will take a class on a certain day. Megha and Rahil will take their classes and all. And there'll be other experts as well coming on. So there's a lot of classes that will happen. Just try to make sure that you at least have the Friday booked out. Okay.
I also wanted to tell you guys, like, if you want us to take any specific sessions because you're facing some kind of problem, please post about that in the Facebook group as well, and
Yeah.
tag Ganesh and Alima and us as well, so that we get to know that there's a certain problem that you're facing and you need a session on that, on like particularly. All right. So we'll try to make that possible.
Yeah. I think that's a good ad. Like, please just ask us, okay? Because sometimes things are not in the schedule, but then we are happy to accommodate. Okay. All right. Bye bye, everybody. Have a great night, and I'll go for my dinner. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. All right. Alima, you're here, right? So I'll make you co-host. I'll also make Ganesh co-host.
I'm co-host.
Oh, you're already
Shisha.
co-host. All right. Alima, can you just raise your hand? I cannot see. Alima and Ganesh, please raise your hand. I still can't see Alima. Can something wrong with my browser? Okay, got it. Good. Just saw her. Okay. Hi everyone. Just give me 1 second and then start the questions, because you're starting the questions like this and I am missing all of them. So just give me 1 minute. Just let me just say hi. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and if you still have some questions about the content part of it, please ask me here. I will get to them first and then the other questions. I hope that's better. Just let me know. Shrestha is also going to join, I think. Let me check on her once, because I have to leave to make a strategy for my client. Okay. So Shrestha, please, a session on market research. Okay. Okay, market research we'll try to arrange. What is the mass content I can post as a social media manager? Basically, tips and tricks are the mass content that you can post. Next comes the social proof kind of content, but mainly tips and tricks. Just give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, got it. Is it important to create client avatars for a course or consulting product, which is a very broad market before creating? Yeah. Do you guys know about brand stories? Building a story brand. So do you know there's a website where you can create a client avatar? Do you know? How many people know? How many people don't? I just need to. I know all the batch one people know. That I know. That I don't know. Madhav and Udita, obviously you guys know. Okay. I'll share you a link. Just give me 1 second. I have to find it because I was doing it today morning, but then I closed my browser. So I just need to find the link and I'll send it to you here. Wait. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, got it. So this is the website. I'm gonna paste it in the chat box so that you guys can find it easier. Give me 1 second. Got it? Did you guys get it? Just do a thumbs up like this if you got it. Okay, so you can go on this and you can create multiple client avatars and like client persona basically. You can create one for yourself, you can create one for your clients. Basically, you can create one for everyone. All right. No, the HubSpot one say ye wala better hai. Has anyone read the Story Brand? So the Story Brand book explains the process, and then they have the website, this exercise kind of, where you can complete the process that you have just learned in the book. I think it's pretty cool. So if you guys want, you can also read the book. I would suggest that for any copywriters, marketers, people who are into social media, performance marketing, to read this, and SEO as well. And anyone who is interested in making a client persona for their content calendar or something like that, they can also do it. And all freelancers should do it, of course. Okay, let me go upar thoda. Okay. Can we have sessions where Saheli will build a content strategy from scratch live? Now I have to ask this from her, but there's one where I have created one live from scratch. You can check it out. Gurpreet, I'm struggling to write website about that in copywriting masterclass. Would you share on suggestions on that? Now it depends. First step, like the primary steps of being good at copywriting, is just doing enough research and enough practice. I think Madhav can also guide you on that. Madhav, will you once connect with Gurpreet? That sure. It's related to copywriting. Do it. Okay, so you can connect with Madhav. He's an amazing copywriter, so he'll be able to guide you about that. And believe me, when it comes to copywriting, there's just 50% research, 50% practice, nothing more than that. No course in this whole world will be able to complete the whole copywriting thing that you are looking for. It's not course, it's just practice. Coming from someone who sucked at it to someone who is okay at it. Okay, I never say I'm good, but I'm okay. So, is there any launch masterclass for Instagram? Launch, by launch, what do you mean? If you are talking about sales, like how to make sales and all of that, then you should check the sales masterclass out. I wanted to understand how to create content strategy for a few months. Don't create it for a few months. It's not highly not suggested, because whatever results you're getting in the first 30 days is not going to be the same for the next 30 days. All right. And your strategy should change. I even like for my clients, what I do is I create a strategy for 15 days and then change it after 15 days. Because I believe you cannot carry it out for a long period of time and expect the same kind of result. Content strategy for senior citizen community. Now, do you want me to create that for you? I think you have to just create it based on everything that was taught in the session. When LinkedIn Masterclass will be conducted? Next month. Yeah. What should I do it with? Somebody just wrote, Shrisha, do it with us. And I have no context to that sentence. Now, that just sounds wrong. What do I do? Okay. Yeah. Madhav is right. Use the story brand here once and try to take screenshots of it so that you don't lose it. All right. You might lose data. That's sure. What is the name of the book? It's this book. My cat keeps pushing it under my bed, but it's this book. Can you guys see it? Is it visible? Okay. Yeah, this book. I think Priyanka suggested it, then another guy suggested it. And then I was like, this is the last time that I should buy this book. Then I bought it. I'm even reading with my iPad is out of power. I'm reading I forgot the book's name, but I'll tell you guys what I'm reading now again. It's related to psychology and understanding the influence part of, marketing. I am reading a lot of books about that. If anyone has met me, 1 year ago, they know that I used to say that marketing books, oh my God, they are useless. They will not help you in anything. Okay. And now look at me. I have all just marketing books. I used to read fiction and now I've changed. Okay. How do I build my confidence and skills lately? I'm not being able to pull off anything and thinking that maybe I can't do this. Trust me, there are going to be times when you get the imposter syndrome. So I locked in a client, I think 15 days ago or something like that. And it's an industry that I've never worked in, but I'm very passionate about. If you guys know, I'm really into fashion, but I have never worked in the fashion industry. I'm a person who has only worked in edtech and edtech sales, right? I've never worked in fashion and I always wanted to. But once I got the client, I was very underconfident. I actually cried for one whole day. Like I kept crying because I thought I don't know what to do and I will fail the client like anything. All right. And she's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart. We talked about advance payment, but she paid me the whole thing at one go. All right. And now I have more of an imposter syndrome because I feel like I'll not be able to give justice to her money that she invested in me. But then the next day I was like, why don't I just do it and see if I'm being able to pull off results? I have to do something to know, right, if I have the skills or if I don't have the skills. So take a risk. If you don't take a risk, how do you know? And being confident about taking a risk, you'll not feel confident all the time. So just keep reminding yourself it's okay to not feel that way. It's okay to have imposter syndrome. I think having an imposter syndrome just pushes you to work hard and put a spin to it. People talk about how imposter syndrome is bad for you. I think imposter syndrome sometimes is good for you because it helps you to work harder than anyone else would have been. All right. Master classes or live sessions for coaches and course creators, how they can market themselves organically, please. All right, I'll see to that. Hi, I joined freelance 101 last August, but couldn't keep up. How to guide you? Go on with the first module. Start from the scratch, start from beginning like everyone is right now in the newest batch. Is posting on company page and personal page on LinkedIn similar? I mean, mock wants to get traffic but no results. Company page and LinkedIn pages are totally different. Company pages has a lot of stuff that are relatable to everyone and just companies and maybe founders. All right, and they consist of a lot of memes because memes are the only thing that are relatable to everyone out there, right? And personal pages are different because when you have a personal page, 1 second. Ow. Hi. When you have a personal page, you can talk about a lot of stuff that are relatable to a lot of wider audience. Okay. So when I build a year on LinkedIn, I'll be talking about my personal struggles with mental health. I'll talk about my personal struggles in my normal life. I'll also talk about my wins and everything, things that gets an emotion out of you, right? But as a company page, you cannot do that. The screen is shaking. I'm so sorry. Can you suggest some content strategy tips for copywriters? Yeah, talk about like faults and ads and all of that. Garima did that and she got offered a job. She got offered a real like full-time job. So you just point out, do audits, do ad audits, do landing page audits, all of that, and do it publicly, like on your Instagram page. That helps.
Shrestha's here. So can you
Huh?
go?
Shishta's here?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'll make you co-host. I made you co-host. So could you-
Hi.
Hi. How
Yeah,
you
so
doing?
I am doing like it was like 4 hours of line in Golden Temple. So I am in a restaurant and not in a very good position. So I'm not going to turn on my camera. So but I'm here. Yeah.
You went to Amritsar.
Yes,
How was Golden Temple?
it was really good. But yeah, the line was quite excruciating.
Yeah, you have to figure out your stuff in line. You just have to
Hmm,
just elbow everyone and anyone
exactly.
to get it right. What I
Exactly.
don't like about Golden Temple, I love Punjab. Right, I went there in this year only. I love Punjab. I love the people. But what I didn't like about Golden Temple is the moment the chunni was a little bit off my head, everyone
Exactly.
came at me. Everyone started attacking me as if I like want something very provocative in the mandir. All right.
Exactly.
And it was so awkward because I can't keep my chunni down, right? I would not be able to see anything. It was very bad in that way. But other than that, just the crowd and that those people were very bad. Other than that, it's such a beautiful place. Did you go to Jallianwala? No, Jallianwala. No, not Jallianwala Bagh. That thing, that museum.
I'll go tomorrow.
Oh, so beside that, there is a gully, okay, and there's a paratha place there.
Mhm.
Do try the aloo ke paratha. It's very good. So sorry for doing this right now.
Yeah. Sorry,
So
guys.
sorry.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, coming back. Gunjan, I'm changing my strategy every 14 days. Some things just don't work out. Yes, of course, some things are supposed to not work out. I have content on my, like, I know content that will not work out. My audience has not worked for me. So I don't do those there. Um, what tools for SMM? I use a lot of tools. So for organizing everything on place, I'm using this new tool called Vapalizer. It has all the tools that you have together in one place, so everything is organized. I use font picker so that I can copy amazing fonts that I see everywhere. I use Grammarly. I use Snov.io ka LinkedIn prospect finder. I use Dashlane. I use Color Picker. I use a lot of stuff. So compiling them together will be difficult, but you can go and check out the social media marketing masterclass for that. How do I start with LinkedIn ghostwriting? Pitch people who are busy, pitch people who are, founders or who have a lot of clients, like pitch famous social media marketers or people like that. All right, who provide LinkedIn services, who might be too busy to do all of their clients' work. So, that'll be helpful for them to get your services. Per artwork prices for the following: social media, single post, carousel, email design, reel cover, reel video editor. Can you please reply? Okay. Okay, social media, single post, all of them depend on how many number of posts you're doing. All of them together can be a package of 20 to 25K. Single-handedly carousels and single posts can be of like can be of like 15K, 10 to 15K. It can be like this, but it depends on the number. The quantity is the one thing that we look for. How to give strategy plans to the clients? You can edit it on two places: Trello, Notion, three places: Trello, Notion, or just normal, Google Sheet. I connect with people on a daily basis and the list is becoming very long. How do I keep track of leads and how much time should I spend on one prospect? I keep track on the Snov.io prospect finder only. And how do you keep like how much time you should spend on one prospect? Prospect wise, just spend 20 minutes, not more than that. Mother, I read the influence one. If you see, it's right behind me. I've already read it. It's done. I also read the book. What's that? Some MBA. Wait, I'm forgetting that MBA wala book. Okay. I think a lot of you guys know which book I'm talking about. I found it pretty useless, and anyone I say that to wants to hit me instantly because they think that book is great. But I already know what that book is talking about. Why do I need to read it? Anyway, okay. What is the typical duration of the onboarding process for an SMM client, and what are the key steps involved between content training and okay? But I'll tell you what my step is because I'm just starting again.
Also,
Yeah.
sorry for cutting you. We also did a session on client delivery, live session on that. So you can also watch it, which obviously Shisha will guide you, but you can also watch that. It's again a very detailed session on what to do after you onboard the client.
That's also very important. But again, breaking down the process with you, it's gonna be first, sending them a proposal, them accepting the proposal, and talking about the payment structures, you sending the invoice, them accepting the invoice. Right after that goes, I send a welcome email that hi, welcome to this. I send them a freebie that I have for all my clients, but I just personalize it and send it to everyone so that they feel a bit special. I have a special Google form that I have created so that I can get all the information from them. And I also make a special onboarding, like a 10 minutes call. I book a 10 minutes call with them where I can get information from them. The next step is setting out a strategy. I create a strategy for them, then meet them over a call, and then, the whole thing proceeds. The month ends with me doing a end of the month call, which summarizes everything. I tell them everything that I have done, what results we have achieved. It's a 30-minute call and we end it like that. Yeah, Amrita, you can go on. You can ask it. Masterclass or live session for coach. Okay, I've seen this. I've seen this. Do you rely on inbound or do you do cold outreach every time? I rely on inbound a lot because my inbounds are really pretty strong. I don't need to do cold outbounds that much. And I think I try to conserve my time there because cold outbounds do take a lot of your time, right? And if you have a very strong personal brand, why do that? So the moral of the story is always focus on building your personal brand. How to do competitor content analysis, like what tools can, don't use tools. I don't like using tools for competitor analysis. The main reason is why, we have to understand very, very minutely what they are doing and what they are not doing. No tool is going to be helping you in that. The main thing I did like to do is I think LinkedIn has removed this feature now, but previously when you can go on, you went on posts, you could see the posts that your competitors like. All right, or the ideal client liked from your competitors. Okay, so you could see that. Right now the feature is not there. So I used to do that a lot to find out, what my competitors were doing. Right now you can just talk to them normally, like, as I say, if you were to stalk your crush or your ex, would you do it through some tool? No, right? You would do it yourself. Please don't stalk your ex, but do stalk your competitors. Hi, Shasha, enroll in I'm skeptical. Okay. The portfolio, please put it in the Facebook group. I'll see from there. Yeah, Radha, I can do that. I would like to know the best place to learn web designing and developing. I think it's with Priyanka's session. All right. But also Shubham has a session on that web designing. You can check out. And he also has a lot of sources on that. Wait. Coursera.
Yeah, Shisha, if you need help, let me know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Content strategy for a home bakery business should mostly be of videos of them creating recipes and then asking the audience what they want to see. Okay. Bakery or things like that, food products are definitely related on, what the audience would like to see, what the ideal audience like to see. So cupcakes are very trendy, so making trendy cupcakes based on whatever trendy topic is out there. They can make a trendy cake on AI. All right. And then okay, they could design a cake by asking AI on making like a certain cake. Okay, they could go on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT how to make this cake, and then ChatGPT would give them a recipe and then recreating that and then showing the APs. Isn't that content piece amazing? Would that not be amazing? Just tell me, okay? I need reviews. Is that not amazing? Just tell me. If it's not, I need you guys to tell me so that I can question my skills properly. Yeah, ChatGPT can also do that. You can ask ChatGPT to make cakes with unique ingredients, like use ham to make a cake, use chicken to make a cake. All right, things like that. Yeah, people put chicken as well in their cakes and desserts, if you didn't know. All right, all right. Where did I see that last question? Okay. Can you share some book recs? I think I'm not the best person to do that. I definitely depend on Saheli to give me recommendations and then read books on that. All right, so go to Saheli. Yeah, the personal MBA book. It sucks. I'm new to the academy. Can you suggest how to start off content/copywriting, as in which topics you can start writing on? What type of freebies to create, whichever topic you like, whichever industry topics you like. So if you are into AI right now, talk about AI, rewrite certain landing pages, which, a lot of creators are now doing courses on AI on all of them. So you can go and redo their landing pages. You can go and redo their sales pages. So those are the main topics. How much of the strategy or plan should be included in proposal? Clients want more, but definitely I do 7-day strategy. I give them a freebie based on that. I'm a complete beginner, so I set it up skill lesson. Yeah. Nidhi, you're completely doing it right. Content strategy for skincare. I actually did the content strategy for skincare, one skincare brand. It's a Korean brand. Okay, not a Korean brand. They resell Korean beauty care brands. I think a lot of you guys who are into skincare might know that brand. Yeah, we did the content strategy for that. So I used to talk about, uh, people who are interested in skincare always want, like, Korean glass skin and all of those. So I used to talk about the main process of that. People who are also into skincare are very insecure about their skin. So talk about the insecurities. Talk about, let's be real. Okay, these are things that bound to happen, and these are the things you should not be insecure about. Then we used to break down on why this product is the best thing for this kind of skin. All right, then there was festivals as well in that month. So we did festival friendly also, creating a makeup look by just using skincare. All right, which means like no makeup. So that is the main thing. And I'm very into skincare, so I love making that content strategy as well. Okay. Can you some copywriters and marketers whom I can follow to understand the product-based businesses? I'll post on this, okay, on the Facebook group. I'll ask my team also on this. How can we use today's knowledge while conducting a sales call with a prospect so that I don't overshare but also come off as well researched? Okay, so you can talk about that. I was just reading when you reached out to me. I just was I thought of searching you up on LinkedIn, and I came up on your LinkedIn and I was reading your posts. They are very interesting. Then you tell them, I follow someone who is a competitor, by the way, and I love these kind of topics that they do. Why don't you do some of that? Okay, why don't you go in that direction as well? So, you know, talking of making them a little bit insecure, basically, is what you do. You don't overshare, you just hit their pain points with your research. Does ghostwriting involve a lot of content strategy? No, but it does inquire knowing the thing that you're writing about better. So a little bit. Yes, Ritika, it is. LinkedIn ghostwriters just writes content for other people. So if I hire a ghostwriter, they would write my content, but they are not allowed to talk outside that they are writing my content. Basically that. No, it's not Mama Earth. By the way, I did it's not Mama Earth, but I did like host a session where the Mama Earth founder was talking about her business, like D2C business. All right, I think I'm done with questions here. If you have more questions, you can keep dropping it in the chat. Shrishta will take care from now.
Yes, yes,
Shrishta, you're
yes.
good with that, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Okay. I'll just take Udita's question. Could you suggest as a beginner on LinkedIn how many posts in a day is suggested? In a day, how many posts? One. Just one. Yeah, just one. Don't do that. Don't do that posting and posting and posting. Post, engage, again post the next day and engage, post and engage. Just follow that pattern, please. All right. Sometimes old school is better. Okay. All right. Shrishta, you can take care now. I'll just take a
Yes.
leave. Alima, you're here, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Alima, are you here? Alima, can you please turn on your video? I'm not being able to understand if you're here. That's why. Oh, yeah. Do you want to take a few questions? You're not audible, Alima. Guys, any questions for Alima? Okay. Yeah, Amrita, just 1 second. Any question for Alima? All right, Alima, I think there's no question for you right now, but just be here, okay, so that you can observe. Amrita, can you raise your hand? Hi.
Hi, Shrisha. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, there was some issue that I was not audible.
Fine. I'll take Amrita now.
Hi, Shisha. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great. Also, congratulations on your recent win. Just saw that.
Yes. In fact, it has nothing to do with what I've been talking about. It was about CV creation. I think I had shared, I had helped some of my friends and how they got a job. And then some people contacted me and paid me, and then that one is ready, and now another one has contacted me and is paying me. So it has nothing to do with actually what I'm doing here. So I wanted to contact you because I have started working in corporate, and I'm the L&D manager, HR with them, and it's an ed tech firm. And one of the things that they're doing is they want, as part of that, they want training to support their marketing and sales. So since you mentioned about ed tech, can you share something on that content strategy for that, for
So
sales? Yeah.
EdTech for sales. I try to go for two kind of content. One which is very fun, which is very like memes, trends, which people will share more, which will bring in a lot of eyes. And then I go for these fun kind of what should I say? Informational videos. So I did the content strategy, and I even shot content for a company which teaches students how to learn English. All right. So I did the content in a way that the educational content was this, that I was conversing with someone and they were asking me how to learn English properly. All right. So like tips and tricks kind of content works very well with company pages. It's that people don't do that very often. So no
Oh,
one knows how it performs.
okay.
I did.
So
Yeah.
I can recommend fun memes, trends, uh, a video on student and how they're learning English, because they also have that, and tips and tricks.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I have to create a content strategy for CV writing, because that seems to be the direction, and I still have my friend who's that founder who's going to pay me for her social
So the
media.
thing that you talked about, right? People who how they got jobs by how the CV you designed, right? The CV you
Oh.
wrote. Okay.
Oh.
So specifically hit the points that someone was not getting a job. They were in a problem. That was the problem. They saw you as the solution. They approached you. You gave them the solution. You wrote them the perfect CV that hits all the target points very properly. Then they went on with that solution and approached jobs. And then they got the jobs that they were looking for. So reaching their dream job, but just by using your services to create the perfect CV, the perfect CV. Because a
Okay.
lot of
All
people are confused on how to make a proper CV. A lot.
Hmm.
There's a gap.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why. And yeah, so two of my friends did land with jobs, and so these people contacted me and they paid me, and they are friends of mine. So I thought they're also going to just take it. I mean, I never even thought that they would be paying, but it ended up in that. So I think that's the direction also that I'm following. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
If it's working for you, please go on with that.
Okay, perfect. So for the EdTech part of it, if I have questions from the company point of view, then I will reach out to you separately on FB. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Shrestha, you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I guess you can take Ankur's question, and if there are any other questions, all right, I'll drop off. I have to create a content strategy.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Bye everyone. Wait, I'll make Ganesha here, right?
Yes, Risha.
I am gonna make you the host, all right?
Yeah, sure.
So I was just about to leave, and then I realized if I leave, the whole session stops. So I've changed host. Bye bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Ganesh, can you unmute Ankur?
Yeah. Ankur, you can unmute.
Yes, sir. This is Shisha
Hi.
मैम मैम मैंने एक्चुअली ये ना कि सीधी में बात हुई वो कह रहे थे कि अगर कोई सेशन चाहिए तो आपको ज़्यादा तो बता सकते हैं। तो मैं ऐसे होता था कि जैसे शीशा हमने कंटेंट स्ट्रेटजी का सेशन बनाया था, क्या वैसे ही कोई वो सेशन बनाए जैसे मार्केट सर्च के ऊपर, कि जैसे वो बार बार कहते हैं कि पेन पॉइंट्स पे टैग करना है, क्या आप कोई फेक कर दिखा के मतलब थोड़ा सा कि हाँ क्या क्या पेन पॉइंट्स हैं, कुछ थोड़ा सा डेमो में बता सकते हैं? सेशन अगर हो जाए तो मैम थोड़ी सी क्लैरिटी हो जाएगी।
ठीक है अंकुर, सो आई विल नोट इट डाउन एंड मैं देखती हूँ अगर मैं कुछ प्रिपेयर कर पाऊँ तो मे बी नेक्स्ट वीक तक आई विल गिव सम।
ये जो भी हम स्ट्रेटजी जैसे बनाते हैं, ये कंटेंट राइटिंग जैसे हम सॉरी कंटेंट स्ट्रेटजी जैसे बनाते हैं, जैसे पोस्ट लिखना है, तो थोड़ा सा अगर आप बता दें कि हाँ कैसे पेन पॉइंट पे टैग किया जा सकता है इंस्टाग्राम के ऊपर या लिंक्डइन के ऊपर, जस्ट ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं, थोड़ा सा आप आइडिया दे दें तो वो बहुत हेल्पफुल रहेगा।
आज सहेली ने भी तो कंटेंट स्ट्रेटजी के ऊपर ही
जी,
बात की ना।
उन्होंने जो बताया है उन्होंने काफी डिटेल में बहुत अच्छा बताया है, लेकिन जैसे कि जो जैसे मैंने कि पेन पॉइंट्स के ऊपर टैग करना है, तो वो क्या पेन पॉइंट्स होते हैं
अच्छा।
और कैसे
हाँ
उसे देखकर कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, ठीक है, थैंक यू फॉर लेटिंग मी नो। सो मैं आपको अपडेट देती हूँ इस बारे में सोच के, अगर मैं कुछ बना पाऊँ तो मैं ही ले लूंगी सेशन, ठीक है?
मैम बिल्कुल मैम, हमें तो क्लैरिटी चाहिए, चाहे आप ले चाहे सही हो चाहे शीशा, हमें तो मुझे
ठीक है,
तो सिर्फ हेल्प चाहिए है ना, मुझे
हाँ
उससे
ठीक है, हाँ ठीक है, थैंक यू।
मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
Any
Do
other
we have any
questions?
more questions? Yeah. I think we don't have any more questions.
Then we can wrap up.
Yeah, we can wrap up, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye everyone, and good night,
Bye.
Shrestha. Good night, Alima. Alima, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, say something, maybe your experience for today. How was it?
Okay, so it was a first day and Sahili was very friendly with me. She didn't bombarded with me to me with all the responsibilities. She was very friendly and she told me to just go through the process, and eventually there are so many things coming on your way. So I'm just preparing it day by day, and I learn so much from all the mentors. So I'm just looking forward to talk to all of you and learn and then deliver it to the community.
Awesome, awesome. And also, Ganesh, Alima, and I think obviously Shisha is left. But thank you so much for covering for me, because I was supposed to be there today, but yeah, this thing happened. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you guys for cooperating.
Welcome, welcome. I hope you
And
had a good day.
Actually, it was really excruciating, but yeah, anyways, let it be. Yeah. Okay then. Bye. Take care. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
bye
Good night.
everyone. I'll end the session now.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.